Meanwhile, back in woke Wales, the woke establishment there, or the Senedd, have turned their progressive sights onto Wales's mining history. Now, despite the fact that Wales is 93.8% white according to the national consensus, the Labour Welsh Government, led by crybaby Vaughan Gething, that's right folks, the guy who blubbed like a baby and had a bit of a breakdown when the Welsh Senate had a vote of no confidence in him. And like a spoilt brat, still he refuses to step down because nobody wants him. And what his woke Welsh Labour government have done is they've told their National Coal Museum to start teaching decolonised history through the lens of ethnic minorities. And it's calling for the former Blaenavon pit to play its part, making the Principality anti-racist. So, in a nutshell, the Welsh Government want Welsh museums to either lie or massively inflate the role that other demographics played in Welsh history, which is minute. Now, it was thought that there were no black miners working in the Welsh coal pits, but a few years ago a lady did a bit of research and found that from the 1800s onwards, only around 200 black miners were employed in Welsh coal mines, which is nothing really. I mean, I don't mean to diminish the role these people played and their contribution to the mine pits, but still, personally, I don't think it's that much of a number that it deserves to be labelled as a so-called massive contributing factor. And working in the Welsh mines, any mine anywhere, it's damned hard work, regardless of what colour you are. And the Welsh miners were no different. They were paid a pittance. But if you watch an interview made with Richard Burton back in I think it was the 70s or 80s, and he goes on to describe his life growing up in a Welsh valley with a miner as a father, and how these people carried themselves and what they thought of themselves. They thought themselves as above the average working class, despite it being a really crappy job and paying very little. These men were very proud of what they did, and many lost their lives because it was dangerous work. That is what I believe should be taught and showcased in Welsh mining museums, rather than inserting demographics into that particular industry's history and other bits of history, not just in Wales, but in Britain as a whole. And I think it's dangerous, the direction this is taking, because it starts off with inserting things here and there, and the next thing you know, it'll be a certain pit, whole pits, and then it's the whole industry. And the next thing you know, the people who originally worked in these industries, they've disappeared. And that's where I think we're heading, folks. So not only are the Welsh Government doing this, but our own mainstream media are doing it as well. And I think it's a massive kick in the bollocks to these people who worked hard, were paid a pittance, treated like crap, to have other people inserted into their part of history to show that they apparently had it worse when it never happened. It's a load of bollocks, isn't it? Anyway, there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for listening. And until the next time, Roger Trout.